Hey guys, it's been a long time since I did a video, but I'm back and I'm going to do a really easy and cheap recipe. I know at the time I make this video, we're in the quarantine for the COVID-19 virus, and a lot of people are facing hard financial times. So I thought, being that I already eat a plant-based diet, that I would show you some easy pantry staple item dishes that are cheap. So I'm gonna make rice and beans today. Really easy. I'm going to use my Instant Pot. I have 2 cups of rice, which I've rinsed. Just pour it right into your pot. And then add another 2 cups of water into your pot. This is the view into the pot here. Totally optional, but I like to add a hefty dash of salt in there. Then you're just going to put your lid on your pot. Make sure that you have your valve pointed towards ceiling. And then just press your rice button. And we're gonna let this run, and then we're gonna do a 10-minute pressure release. While that's cooking, I do wanna say that not all rices cook the same in your Instant Pot. For instance, if you're cooking brown rice, you're gonna need to set it to like 22 minutes and then do a pressure release from there. This is just standard white rice, and the rice setting works perfectly on your Instant Pot with white rice. It does not work the same way with brown rice, or basmati rice takes a lot less time. So make sure that if you are making rice in your Instant Pot, that you just do a quick Google search for the type of rice that you have and make sure that your settings are correct. For this recipe, I'm using white rice. Now, for your beans, you can use any kind of beans that you prefer. I'm gonna use pinto beans today, but you can use black beans, you can use white beans, whatever you prefer, and we're just gonna season them up. But pinto and rice is a really good combination. It tastes great in burritos, or as a side dish with tacos and things like that. So that's what I'm gonna use today. You're gonna wanna drain your pintos. I use a colander, just rinse it with water and get the brine off of the pintos. And I'll show you how to do that. So I have a 15.5 ounce can of pintos from good old Walmart. Just gonna pour them right into my colander and then just rinse them with water until all of that brine is out off of the beans. While our rice is cooking, we're gonna let the beans simmer with seasonings. First, we're gonna just put the pintos in a saucepan over medium heat, let them simmer a little bit, and then to the beans, I'm gonna add about 2 teaspoons, I'm just gonna eyeball it, of extra virgin olive oil, 2 teaspoons of paprika. Even better is smoked paprika, but I'm out of that and I can't go out to the store right now. So just using plain paprika. But if you have smoked, definitely recommend that. One teaspoon of cumin. One tablespoon of liquid aminos. If you don't have liquid aminos, you can substitute soy sauce. That'll work fine. And if you don't like a lot of salt, then maybe take it down to a half tablespoon. 1 teaspoon of onion powder. And 1 teaspoon of garlic powder. And then if you like some spice, add some chili powder. I'm just putting a half teaspoon in. My kids don't like things super spicy, but I know some of you out there love spice, so feel free to add, even some hot sauce or whatever you want. You can really add the spices that you like to this combo, but I'm using mainly Mexican spices. I'm gonna turn this down to low so that it just does a simmer. And then I'm gonna add 1/4 cup of water, just to make sure that the beans don't burn. And then this will just kind of make a nice little sauce as it sits here and simmers. And by the time our rice is done, this will be ready to mix in 2 cups of rice. All right, the Instant Pot has done a natural release for 10 minutes, so we're gonna let the rest of the air out. the pressure out. Shouldn't take too long for that pin to drop. There we go. And careful of the steam that comes out, but have a nice pot of rice ready to go. And we need to just take 2 cups of this rice. Probably a little more, actually. But we'll just do 2 heaping cups. And we're going to add those to our beans. And then mix it up. I've stirred this well and I've tasted it, and I think it needs a little more salt. I like to add that at the end just in case. Not everybody likes the same level of salt. I'm a person that loves salt, so I always like to add a little extra in there. All right, and here is how I'm serving up my rice and beans with a quesadilla and some romaine lettuce. The romaine lettuce is a great way to eat the rice and beans too if you want to make little low-carb tacos with it. It's a really good thing to do. All right, guys, so that's my rice and beans. Anything goes with this recipe. You can put in whatever seasonings you want. You can add rotel, you can add diced tomatoes, a jar of salsa to spice it up, whatever you like. A little liquid smoke to give it some extra flavor, or some bacon if you eat bacon. Anything goes with the recipe. It's just kind of a place to start.
It's good.
All right, I got a thumbs up from my harshest critic over there. So I hope that helps you. One thing I will say is that I made more rice than is needed, and that's so I can either make more rice and beans, or I can make like a curry or something later in the week. I always make more than I need because why fire up your Instant Pot more if you can just prep for the week? So I hope that helps you. Thanks for following me on Modern Day Fox, and I'll see you next time.